Honey, I like moving out of state. I went out.
Alright, so this is the first Nazgul shirt, Lord of the Rings. This size is extra large. I went with the gray color. Sleeves are definitely a lot longer. You can kind of see too, there's a nice drop sleeve going on over here for a more relaxed fit. Got the Minas Morgul artwork in the back. Yeah, the material is definitely a lot heavier than your typical t-shirt. Definitely more of a heavyweight material. Collar's really thick. Also pretty thick lining on the outside of the sleeves. I can't see through any of the fabric with my fingers. And there's kind of like a crisp feeling on the shirt itself. I don't want to say it's like crunchy or anything, but you could tell that there was like some type of wash or dye to give it like this rugged vintage look. And just to let you know, I have washed this shirt about 2 times. I washed it and I put it in the dryer. Usually not recommended to dry your t-shirts if you're trying to preserve them. Usually best to air dry, but I just went ahead and threw it in the dryer. Or this is the current state of the actual shirt. Not much fading going on. There's a little fading from the darker grays, but the actual print itself hasn't really faded a whole lot. You can still see some of the text as well, still intact at the bottom. Not a lot of fading going on here. And when the shirt came out of the wash, it was already kind of distressed like this, so it just kind of adds a little bit more to the character to make this look like a vintage shirt. As a reminder of my measurements, I am 6 feet tall, I weigh about 170 pounds, my waist is about a 31, and I typically wear size large, and I can wear a size medium if I'm looking for more of a slimmer fitting t-shirt. Alright, we're throwing on the Gandalf now. So just like the Nazgul shirt, this is an extra large. I would like to say though that the differences between the materials of the shirts is very considerable if you're looking to buy both of them. This shirt is a little lighter in the material. You can actually see through my fingers. It's a little hard here, but I'll try to show it in another camera angle. But the material is a lot lighter. This is what you would typically get maybe from a shirt that you would get from Target. This one feels a little bit more like an actual vintage shirt that has been through the wash for like, 5 to 10 years. Print itself, pretty much the same. Feels like a screen print. A little bit rough, but it's not uncomfortable and it's not scratchy. The actual cotton material has some slight pilling, but the pilling I think is partially due to the vintage look that they tried to give on the wash of the shirt. I chose the all black color for the Gandalf shirt. I would say that the fit is a little bit more standard and there's a little bit more of a droop to the shirt just because there's not as much structure with a rigid wash as the Nazgul shirt has. There's a drop sleeve system going on here. So top of my elbow is about here, and this is where the sleeve is dropping, and it falls right above my elbow in terms of where the sleeve will drop. Neckline is nice and secure, a little bit looser, only have a little bit of the collarbone showing. Super bright text going on here. Bold graphic, very, very distinct. I've had a lot of comments on this t-shirt. You have the Balrog kind of in the background over here behind the staff. And then you got the really bold, and the reason I actually purchased this shirt, you got the bold Gandalf lettering on the back with the Fellowship of the Ring battle between him and the Mines of Moria, duking it out with the Balrog. Try to zoom in a little bit more. So Gandalf should be in the lower corner, and then you have the Balrog taking up most of the shirt here, and honestly you can't even feel most of the screen print on the back. Overall the shirt feels great though. Definitely a little bit more of an airy feeling to this one. Between the two, in terms of the graphics, I would say the Gandalf shirt is my favorite, and then I would say that the Nazgul shirt is my favorite in terms of the structure and the fit. I personally like a little bit more of a weightiness to my shirts and that heavyweight feel, but you can't go wrong with either of these. For the price point, in my opinion, both of these shirts are worth the money, and they're some of the best shirts that you can buy if you're looking for like this vintage vibe.